The term designer babies is being frowned upon by a group of international scientists for good reason. And now many are calling for a temporary global ban on editing genes. RT correspondent Natasha Sweet has the story from Los Angeles.
There's downright anger in the scientific community over the Chinese scientists who altered the genes of twin baby girls. Hu Jiankui supposedly made them resistant to HIV, and the reaction not exactly in applause. In fact, scientists are moving toward a temporary moratorium.
And the plan to monitor the genes healthy for the next 18 years.
Chinese researcher Hu Jiankui is being criticized for what some are calling an unethical experiment. Hu Jiankui announced the results of his procedure, rewriting the DNA of twin baby girls, making them resistant to HIV. He disabled the CCR5 gene, providing what he believed was a natural protection against the virus. He was then removed from his position at the Southern University of Science Technology. The gene editing occurred during in vitro fertilization. 7 couples took part in the experiment. There was only one pregnancy. Hu Jiankui's fellow peers immediately condemned the research.
Didn't answer properly most of the questions. In particular, the question about why was this worth doing?
It's an appalling example of what not to do with a new technology that has incredible potential to benefit society.
And what about traits that we might call enhancements? Should this be a technology that we use to affect a child's ultimate height, their skin color?
In the latest issue of the journal Nature, 18 researchers from 7 countries are calling for a temporary global moratorium. This will halt research designed to produce a baby from sperm, eggs, or embryos that contain altered DNA. As it stands already, some 30 nations prohibit using germline gene editing in reproduction, including the U.S. According to researchers, the ban would enable time for more discussions at the technical, scientific, and ethical levels. The researchers calling for the moratorium say Hu Jiankui's experiment is not without risk for the twin babies. In the journal, they say there's an increase in risk of complications, death from certain other viral infections, including West Nile virus and influenza. Researchers behind the article are calling for an international coordination, potentially under the World Health Organization. While a temporary moratorium can put a damper on research, the group of scientists calling for the temporary ban say potentially harming patients or losing the public's trust are much worse. In Los Angeles, Natasha Sweet, RT.